Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom and you're watching Euro Football Weekly. Now we have about a week to wait until the new Premier League season kicks off. But whilst you're waiting for the fun to start, Lee Phelps from In Play Radio and myself will take an early look at a few key matches taking place on Saturday 16th. Lee, thanks for being here.
No problem. I can't wait for it to start now, Natalie.
Me too. Now, newly promoted Leicester City, who finished top of the Championship League board, will play their opener match against Everton. Now, will this be a tough feat for the home team?
Yes, I think we spoke about this game a few weeks ago. We were talking about Everton's chances this year, and that was before Lukaku was signed, of course. It's a huge signing for them, obviously. They spent an awful lot of money, pinning a lot of hopes on him. Probably the only other really standout signing was mentioned, get Gareth Barry on a contract. So I think that will make a difference. However, Everton aren't the most... they don't go out all guns blazing, do they, to try and win games. I think there'll be I don't think there'll be much difference to Everton this time to what there was last time necessarily. So I think it could be a tough game for both teams in a way. I think Leicester will start out okay. A big crowd at home, first Premier League game of the season. They brought in a lower from Brighton, 14 in 30 odd games in the Championship last season. I know you've got to translate that into Premier League form. The likes of Nugent, who's been scoring goals in pre-season as well. I think I went for a draw when we talked about this game before, and despite Lukaku signing, I still think it could be a draw,
Yeah, well, let's take a look here at some of the odds offered for the match, and starting with the winners market. The Toffees are priced at a respectable 2.38 with Bet365. The Foxes are priced at 3.25 with Ladbrokes, and the draw is priced at 3.4 also with Ladbrokes. So would you go directly for the draw, 3.4, or would you play the draw no bet option?
I think I'll go for the draw. I think I said in the previous, draw no bet, great. You get your stake back if it is a draw, but I like to have some winnings, If I'm going to place a bet, I like to get some winnings. If I lose the bet, fine, I'm wrong. So I'd go for the draw straight down the line, no problem with people taking the draw, no bet. It's a good option, and it's a sensible option, but I'm not that sensible. I think it'll be a low scorer, and I think I can see the draw. Like I say, Leicester were good defensively last year, especially at home. And, Lukaku, he's got some stuff to prove. He's had a World Cup as well, remember, and I don't think he'll be he could be a little bit tired. And Leicester, they haven't got an awful lot up front. I mentioned Nugent. Really interesting stat, Natalie, about Nugent. He scored 95 goals in 268 games in the Championship, the second tier of English football. So that's one in just under 3 games, one in every 3 games, just under. Premier League, he scored 9 in 64. That's 1 in every 7. This guy, he's kind of somewhere between the Championship and the Premier League. I don't think he can necessarily make the step up. So I'd be looking at a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say in terms of goals here and looking at the last season's statistics, the Toffees are definitely better at scoring at home, with 15 more goals being pocketed in their home net and 23 goals being scored away. So I am tempted to go for the under 2.5 goals in this match, and that's priced at 1.95 with Ladbrokes. And then obviously, if you're feeling brave enough, you can combine that with either the win or the draw, whichever one you're going to go with. So the draw there, the under 2.5 goals, 1.95. Do you like those odds?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I like it. I don't think Everton, like I say, will go crazy for goals. I think they'll be happy with a draw coming away from. Obviously, everyone wants to win, but they'll be happy with a draw. I don't think Leicester would be upset with a draw on the opening day against a team who finished so high in the Premier League last season. I think the fans would be happy with that. So I think especially if you're looking in play and this is a draw after about 65 minutes, I think it'll finish a draw.
All right, then. So we're going for the draw. We're going for the under 2.5 goals. Anything else to add, Lee, before we draw to an end?
Well, Lukaku to score, it wouldn't be a big surprise, would it? That's the way it goes. These things do happen. But other than that, I'd just be happy with, if someone really wanted a correct score, 1-1 would be as far as I went. But I'm just happy with that draw.
All right, then, Lee Phelps, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.